Hey there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So yesterday, to the surprise of myself, they dropped a brand new TV spot for the upcoming Superman movie online, and it gives us some great additional footage from what we saw in the previous trailer. Some of the shots that we got were a great new look at Lex Luthor with Ultraman standing behind him, a great look of the Fortress of Solitude, the ice crystals kind of blasting out of the ground, and also the money shot of what everybody on the internet is now talking about is the shot of David Corenswet as Superman flying over the Fortress of Solitude, and it's a pretty damn great shot. But we're going to get into this information, we're going to break it down, talk about the TV spot, we're going to check out the TV spot for ourselves as well, kind of give my thoughts and opinions, and check out some of the community comments and feedback on the X platform and see what some of you guys are saying about it as well. There's a lot of divisive comments about this, so it'd be interesting to jump in with you guys and check out what people are saying. So this comes to us from Comic Book Movie. Superman, David Corenswet's Man of Steel takes flight in the new teaser from James Gunn's DCU reboot. I mean, when it comes to this reboot of Superman and the whole DC universe, I could not be more excited. I haven't felt this excited for comic book material for a long time. Marvel's been on the decline, and it looks like DC could be here to save the day, and I hope that is the case. But like I say, there's a lot of divisive comments online about this shot here from the teaser trailer, but we'll get to that in just a minute. So, we weren't expecting our next look at Superman until the Super Bowl, well, the Poppy Bowl, on February 9th, but a 30-second TV spot featuring some new footage has now found its way online. While most of the teaser is made up from footage of the first trailer, like I was saying, most of it is just the same material as that trailer we already got, but there's those few additional shots, which is what everybody's talking about. There is a new shot of Lex Luthor, Nicholas Hoult, stepping from a plane with a mysterious villain, which is pretty much confirmed to be Ultraman, as well as another glimpse of the Man of Steel, David Corenswet. In the trailer, we cut away when Soup spins to avoid the rocks, but here the camera follows him to reveal our first proper look at the DCU Man of Tomorrow taking flight. So let's go over to X here, and let's check out the actual TV spot that was put up. So this comes from the CEO of DC Studios, James Gunn himself. He posted this on X yesterday. I'm not going to go through the entire teaser. I'm just going to look at bits of the footage that are new that we're talking about specifically in this video. So this is the teaser here. Pretty much everything else, like I say, is we've already seen in the old teaser that came out, that we've already seen in the trailer that's come out already. So like I said, I'm not going to go over the bits that we've already seen in that other trailer. So this is the shot that we get here. So we get this plane landing in the middle of an ice field. The plane lands, the door opens, and we get this great shot of Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor, sporting these kind of rad glasses, if you like, which are pretty damn cool. Very retro chic, as they say. And then behind, we get this look of Ultraman behind Lex Luthor. So it looks like Ultraman and Lex Luthor are going to be... I have this theory that Superman intervened in the Middle East in that war that we saw in the trailer. The government has now kind of outsourced help to Lex Luthor and Ultraman to arrest Superman for Superman being involved in that war. That's my theory. It may not be correct, but that's what I think is happening in this movie. So we get a shot of Lex and Ultraman there. Pretty damn cool. Then we cut forward. More shots from the trailer that we've already seen. Superman fighting Ultraman. That's going to be a pretty damn cool scene. And then we get to this bit here as well. So we see here, we see the ice crystals extending out of the ground. The Fortress of Solitude, I'm assuming. I could be mistaken on that, but it's pretty certain that this is the Fortress of Solitude. And then as we go forward, we get the money shot here towards the end. Let me just mute it quickly. We get this money shot where we see Superman flying out of the Fortress of Solitude across the ice field. And this is the divisive shot that a lot of people are now talking about online. Some people are saying the CGI looks bad, that his face looks weird. You know, the motion blur doesn't make sense. Why would he be spinning across the rocks when he could have just flown over them? There's a lot of people that have these kind of comments, and they just want to pick on any little detail and try to rip it apart. I'm not exactly sure why. I mean, I look at the overall composition of the shot. Does it look cool? Does it mean something? I mean, you can pick apart all the little things that you want. We're talking about CGI, about a man that can fly, Superman. CGI, by its nature, is very uncanny valley. And there's something in the human brain that when you look at a man flying, human brain doesn't quite comprehend it. So it falls into that uncanny valley territory where the brain kind of doesn't want to accept it because it doesn't look correct. It's not something that we're used to looking at. Also, you got to remember the composition. He's probably in like minus 50-degree temperature. He's flying at several hundred miles an hour. He's just kind of span across a rock. What would a man's face look like if he's flying across an ice field at several hundred miles an hour? It may look like this. I have no idea, because it's not something I've ever experienced or looked at before. So, I mean, and like I just say, the uncanny valley nature of the CGI, I mean, that's where we are. CGI gets to a point where it's just, it looks realistic, but there's something that's weird and the human brain doesn't want to kind of accept it. So, yeah, I mean, very divisive shot. I think it looks really damn cool. Seeing this shot on a big screen in the cinema, experiencing it with other people, with the soundtrack in the background, I think it's going to look incredible, and I'm so excited to see it. But, there's just a lot of people that just want to kind of rip on it. I'm very excited for this movie, but there is something about this last shot that I don't like. It doesn't look like David. When I first saw it, I thought it was AI. Compare the two images, they look like different people. I guess, but the lighting is different. The composition is different. I mean, he's laying on his face here, whereas he isn't here. The light on his face is different. And, I mean, the composition's completely different. So, yeah, it's hard to say. Nah, this ain't it. So, again, someone not happy with the shot. Let's keep going down. This one's pretty savage. The evolution of the trash can. And then someone's put DC Studios at the end. How can people put DC Studios as a trash icon? We haven't even got the first movie yet, and people are ripping on the DC Studios already. It's just insane. People are like, oh, this movie's gonna suck. It's like, you haven't even seen it. You haven't seen the movie. You don't know that it's going to suck. And we haven't even received the first movie in the DC universe yet. And people are like, oh, DC's going to suck. Like, how do you know? It's just people jumping on the bandwagon, trying to sound cool. And it's just kind of crazy. If you had done this after the Christopher Reeve hiatus, meh, probably fine, not exciting, but not immediately dismissed. After Henry Cavill and Zack Snyder, dude, it's like I'm going from shopping at Saks and then dropping down to the Dollar Tree. Yeah, a lot of people are saying that this is a huge downgrade, you know, from the Zack Snyder, Henry Cavill era of Superman. Is it really a downgrade? I mean, a lot of people don't like the costume, that they're not liking the CGI, and I do worry. I do worry for this movie. I'm an easy person to please, and I think it looks pretty cool. I'm going to be excited to see it regardless. I do get what people are saying. I mean, when you look at his face here, I get it. The eyes look a little bit far apart, and I mean, it looks a little bit strange. I do get it. But I just go back to the uncanny valley CGI nature of the whole thing, watching a man fly at several hundred miles an hour. But that's kind of my take on it, guys. I don't know what you guys think about it. You see this new sort of TV spot for Superman with this additional footage. Does it get you more excited? Do you think it looks good? Do you think it looks bad? Whatever your thoughts are, guys, jump into the comment section. I would love to know if you have the same thoughts as me. Do you disagree with me? Or is it somewhere in between? Whatever your thoughts are, I would just love to hear your feedback. As always, guys, thank you so much for being here. Make sure you hit that like and become a subscriber of the channel if you haven't already. It goes a long way to supporting the content, so I always appreciate that. And as always, I will see you in the next video.